In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show. There being a
In 15 years in Hollywood, nobody in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a just for him truly getting a thunderous applause at any parody club he previously had his arrangements. When he arrived, have we known about a comic that came to LA? Memorable year in law, he had his own sitcom on network TV and had his own film called Soul Play that he was driving. No, we've never known about that before. That individual, or since that individual, Feline Williams. Hazardous meeting on Shannon Sharp's Club Shay web recording is one that has made life as we know it possible since the arrival of the episode. Williams has stood out as truly newsworthy and has individuals talking when he chose to go on the set. One can say that he wouldn't hesitate to say whatever. Struck a chord, paying little mind to who may be trapped in the crossfire. There is no question that Feline Williams has made a few people pretty unglued about certain remarks he made, or a few allegations. He was blaming some for yet one thing that is without a doubt, is that humorist Feline Williams has reignited his quarrel with comic entertainer Kevin Hart, and Kevin didn't remain silent regarding this situation. We should get into this since there is a ton to unload here before we get to what occurred after the circulating of the meeting with Feline Williams and Shannon Sharp. We initially need to stall everything that was expressed about Hart during the sit-down. The comic apparently reignited a long-lasting fight among him and Hart, whom he blamed for being an industry plant on Club Shay. In 15 years in Hollywood, nobody in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him truly getting a wildly energetic applause at any Seder club. Williams said he previously had his arrangements when he arrived. What do you think an arrangement is? He proceeded to assert that Hart played got parts that Williams disregarded for a 5-year duration each and every film that Kevin Hart did was a film that had been in front of me, that all I had said was simply, could we at any point make a portion of this stride and get it out, and afterward I can do it, as it needn't bother with to be obviously gay since I'm not gay, right? It needn't bother with to be interesting, right? And that's what me saying and them going gracious, definitely, no doubt, no issue, and afterward going to give it to this other fellow and having him do it very much like it was and behaving like I'm a terrible individual since I continue to remain on my standard. Williams guaranteed definitely it's fascinating, yet I wouldn't transform it for anything again. I'm on the triumphant side of these choices. And he didn't appear to stop there as he proceeded to share he previously had his arrangement. When he arrived, have we known about a comic who came to LA and in his most memorable year in law, had his most memorable sitcom on network TV, or had his own film he was driving. The parody star added, I prefer not to appear as though a unimportant person for dismantling lies. He just did his narrative with Chris Rock where he shows you that his entire childhood in parody was on the East Coast. So how all the while was he here in Los Angeles, doing likewise? It didn't work out, and Williams had then alluded to one major allegation he shared. You understand what the main occupation of someone who sold their spirit in Hollywood is to carry on as it didn't occur. It's significant in the governing rules of the Iverse that liars don't get to make total stories for themselves. So how did Kevin Hart answer? Well, some were shocked he took care of things the manner in which he did. Some are saying Kevin Hart is playing the greater man after individual comic Feline Williams dissed him in the moment. Exemplary Club Shay interview. In light of Williams scrutinizing the validity of Hart's ascent to fame throughout the course of recent many years, Hart excused the Friday after next entertainer's remarks in a tweet called, Ozing got to get that displeasure up on a mission to champion. It's really miserable the ride along. And Jumanji star added Hart proceeded to advance his impending Netflix parody Elfed, going after Williams. Meanwhile, kindly partake in my film trailer. There's a second in the trailer where it says they truly love you. I presently realize she's discussing Feline Kevin Hart additionally took a few time and tended to Feline Williams' comments about himself and different jokesters by and by, yet this time had a great time with his companions while doing it during the NBA turned-off broadcast of the game between the New York Knicks and Philadelphia 76ers on Friday. Heron, his group, the Plastic Cup young men, were commentating on the game when Williams turned into the subject of conversation. The long-lasting companions steadily kidded about the 52-year-old comic for coming on a basic level during his appearance on Club Shay last week. One more fun reality about the New York Knicks: I couldn't say whether You all realize this, yet Feline Williams purchased the Knicks, and it's supposed that he took the Knicks back, returned them with a receipt. Hare said he's the principal individual to at any point do that he got them for 15 days and returned them. That is one more fun reality about the New York Knicks. Hart kept hauling Williams by ridiculing the remark he made about perusing 3,000 books as a youngster close by the Plastic Cup. Young men, as per Hart, Williams got acknowledged to Delaware State College at 7 years of age, and it never made the news. The greatest mystery on the planet. Hart in the middle of between his jiggling savviest youngster to at any point do it. They stay quiet about it for a very long time. They stay quiet about it, just dropped on us. Hart didn't stop there as the game removed to Johnner strolling into the field, and the joke artist had a great time. Fun truth was that Williams dropped off the Memphis Grizzlies' top pick. He additionally said his kindred comic has a ball court at and his lounge and is quick to embrace a hardwood floor. Yet no matter what the manner in which Kevin Hart answered a few seconds ago, the fact of the matter is the two have additionally had hamburger. This isn't the initial time something almost identical to this had occurred between the two. Feline Kevin's hamburger can be pinpointed to their 2018 trade of words over the previous past remarks about Tiffany Abaddon while advancing his and Gehenna's film night school on the public broadcast. The Morning Meal Club. Hart went off on Williams. My disappointment with Feline Williams comes from you continue to point at Hollywood this, the white man this and this. When do you get a sense of ownership with your activities? Hart said at the 8 imprint you had the shot, you were the person, you were positioned to be the star, you didn't appear for work, you F off promotion shoots, you off your promotion trips. They set up for you turned into a gamble to the studios, which is the reason the studios quit screwing with you. While addressing the Parenthood entertainer, Feline took to Instagram and answered Kevin's been imagining he's on a world visit yet. That would have been wherever yet here that to all up through Saskatchewan. He got 19 shows in Russia. He's then, at that point, heading toward Brazil for a show yet. Any place yet. These motherhoods for a show. He's off making $85 million, while I'm not making $85 million, but rather, it's all great. I wouldn't fret making $1 million per month and keeping my spec. So it has been made evident that the two have not been on the best conditions lately yet. There isn't motivation to cause it to appear to be that Kevin Hart was the only one he raised in the meeting, with very nearly a 3-hour episode being circulated. You can wager that there were a lot more Vips that got gotten down on, whether it's his doubt of Diddy's party solicitations or Cedric the performer purportedly taking his stand-up material. Williams had a lot to say regarding those he could do it out and the people who violated him before, and Feline Williams didn't keep down when it came to uncovering them. Every one of the enormous names that was gotten down on the meeting was Diddy. At one point, the comic said he left $50 million offers multiple times, all through his vocation to safeguard his honesty, which then, at that point, moved to him censoring Diddy, who has been sued by 4 ladies over claims of paper, including by his ex Cassie. He proceeded to address his problems with various comics, including Ricky Smiley, Cedric the performer, Steve Harvey, and some others as referenced before. Feline likewise addresses a portion of the foul things happening in the background in media outlets and how a few performers need to do a few things that may be out of their personality to excel. A large part of the primary lump of the meeting includes the projecting of Friday After Next, especially comic Ricky Smiley saying he was truly given a role as Cash Mike rather than Feline Williams disproves that charge, yet encouraged makers to eliminate AR scene from the content. Accepting it would make the film 20% more amusing, not excessively lengthy. After he felt free to bring his next subject of discussion up, he talked about Cedric the performer's parody specials. Cedric the performer can't sing, can't move, and doesn't compose jokes. He did 4 parody specials. They're so terrible, Shannon, they're not accessible on Netflix or Tubi. Might I at any point say that again for the crowd? They're full to such an extent that they're not accessible on Netflix or Tubi. Williams additionally expressed Harvey Tor from Imprint Curry, most popular for depicting Imprint Cooper, been hanging with Mr. Cooper from 1992 to 1997 with his job on The Steve Harvey Show. Webcast has circulated around the web for a small bunch of short clips and disclosures made by the comic, and it's impossible to tell what will occur from here. Do you feel that all superstars who were called out will applaud back at C. Williams? Is he doing this equitable to get a response out of some? What might occur next? Let us in on your thought process in the remarks down underneath.